I'm Kris Hagan. For those who don't know, I've been a language coach for many years. In my career, I've taught a wide variety of people, from famous singers and radio presenters to doctors, uni students, and yes, even desperate housewives trying to find an English lover. I've finally decided to share my thoughts, tips and tricks with the world. Also check out my YouTube channel if you want to see my ugly mush. So let's kick off this podcast with a great jingle.
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock. Shining all his English tips, Kris
is an anagram of risk.
Kris.
Happy Easter, Io.
Oh, thank you.
Do you celebrate Easter?
No.
I just get squashed chocolate eggs imported from England.
I don't even understand what the whole chocolate thing is about, but
It's
from my
chocolate,
understanding of Easter, it's like it's a time for you to give up on something that you find, I don't know.
Like stop watching 911 by Melinda.
No, we love 911.
No, you love the people in it. It's the worst actors ever.
They're gorgeous.
That doesn't mean they can act.
It doesn't matter if they can act, as long as I can stare at their faces.
Melinda's there with a duck lip as an operator. What's she called in the programme?
I don't know.
But she's Melinda in what? Ghost Whisperer it was.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so that's nothing to do with Easter. But you need to give up 911 because absolute poo.
We'll try.
What have you ever given up for Lent then?
I gave up chewing gum.
You gave up chewing gum?
Yeah, because I love
Is
my
that something
chewing
to
gum.
give up?
Yeah.
You're not chewing it now?
No, I'm not, because I didn't
'Cause
go
it's
to the
Lent.
shop, and
Only for this
my
reason.
partner is working, so once it's done, I will send him to the shop.
No chewing gum for Io. How will you survive?
I know.
But what about the Easter thing of like the whole Jesus thing, the resurrection thing? Do you believe in this?
Yes.
That's getting a bit religious. Right? You believe in it?
I do believe in it.
Ah.
And I don't know if you've heard from the previous episodes, but my dad is very religious, and when we were younger, we would fast, because you're supposed to fast.
No food. This is why you like food so much.
So you don't have any food or water for 12 hours, I believe. And you do that for 30 days and 30 nights.
My God, literally. My God. And so, but this stopped when you left home, I
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah, because I'm not as religious.
But your dad still goes to church?
Yes, my dad still goes to church, and this Easter is probably still fasting and praying. And
But what's the fast for? Do you know?
I don't know.
Just
Just
to punish yourself? No.
No, it has something to do. I don't know. I can't. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah,
sorry.
because you'll have people telling us that we're
Yeah.
talking a load of rubbish. Because we're experts in religion, you and I.
I think
know?
it's because Jesus fasted.
How
I
did
think.
we think. Let us know, because I definitely don't know, and as you can hear,
yeah.
neither does Io.
Yeah.
So let us know. Your dad.
My dad would be extremely disappointed.
we're sending the
Anthony,
message.
do not listen to this.
But it's a bit weird that people fast and then we have chocolate eggs.
Yeah,
Kind of contradicts it, really.
It's same as with Christmas. Like people just give each other gifts, and that's not.
But you can never have too much chocolate.
That's not
The
what
fact that I
Christmas
can't
is
eat it anymore is irrelevant, but I would like to eat it. So what's next, Io?
Up next is
Just a bit of advert.
Don't forget to follow all our social media accounts. Mondays, we have Business English. Tuesdays, English Uncovered. That's the podcast. Wednesdays, Say It Right. Thursdays, Fun Facts. Fridays, The Penis on the Table. Yes, it is. Saturdays, Sing It Right. And on Sundays, Everyday English. You can find all the links in the description.
She likes to go line dancing 5 days a week. She danced so much she had to get to your knees. Her cheese and onion pie is the very best. Or try her baked tart and forget the rest. La 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 la, her name is Spot. La 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 la, her name is Spot.
Hello, Pat.
Hi, Kris.
Hello. Now, today, because it's coming up to Easter, so happy Easter, everybody. And Pat and I are obsessed, and also many of our listeners are obsessed with gory, dark stories and stuff like this. And in the last season, you talked about the Moors murders. Do you remember?
That's right, yeah.
So I thought, because it's Easter and everybody's happy,
Oh,
let's do the opposite. No, instead of talking about bunny rabbits and chocolate. So, tell us about who Jimmy Savile was.
Well,
From the beginning, day number one.
Yeah, well,
he was born. No, I'm joking.
No,
Tell us what you know.
Day number one that I heard of him, he was a DJ on the radio, and he was very. I used to listen. I was only 15, maybe just a bit younger than that, and I listened to the radio a lot in those days. And he always made me laugh. He was always joking.
It was very entertaining.
Yeah, it was very entertaining. I remember sending in a request for him to play me a request, and he did it. And
He did. What was your request? Do you remember?
Well, you couldn't ask for a request. It had to be a dedication to somebody. You couldn't ask for what music you wanted. And I just wrote in and said, "Oh, will you play a song for me, mother and my sister?" And he did. And then a little while after, my sister wrote in and she asked for something played for her and her friends, and she never got it. And
I preferred you.
Well, listen to this. She didn't get it, and she said, he doesn't. He's not played my record. Oh no, he's not read out my request. So she was a bit peeved with that. So I wrote to him and told him that.
You shouted at him.
No, I said, my sister's
like
wrote
to complain.
I said, my sister's wrote to you, and you've not paid. So I said, please, will you not mention that I've written to you, but just give out the I said my sister's name and the people that she wanted it for. And a few weeks after, this happened. So that seemed,
the power of Pat.
So can you imagine that? I was like 15, so I was like, so chuffed.
A bossy cow.
No, but I was just chuffed. But I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her till years after.
She knows now.
Yeah,
well, if she listens to the podcast, she'll find out anyway.
She knows now. But so I liked him then. And then he had a television program.
Jim Will Fix It.
Jim Will Fix It, where he worked with children, and I liked that. It was very popular.
It was good. I didn't like the medals. They were a bit big and looked a bit like. Did you know what they looked like? They were square with a ribbon, and they reminded me always of Blackpool Rock. Or them dummies that you used to put in the middle, because it was that kind of red, glossy, shiny, edible look. I always wanted to eat them. I don't know why.
But he was like, he'd come on and he'd be nice to these children, but people could see obviously what I couldn't see, and they'd say, "Oh, he's weird." The way he looks at kids, and he's really weird. And I thought, no, they don't know what they're talking about. He was nice because he
came across as his persona was like that.
He wanted you to think he was nice, and then
it's like, I'm horrible. But really, I'm nice.
And he worked at that was the other thing. He worked at a hospital, you see. So he was a porter at a hospital. So every day he worked. He worked for a lot of years. On wheeling people from the from into the operating theatre. But then, of course, we found out at a later date also wheeling people from the morgue, and I won't even describe what we found out that he had done in there. It was
what do you call it? Necrophiliac, is it? Having sex with dead people.
Apparently, that.
Pat's a lady. She won't say that.
And even had souvenirs of like eyes or.
Christ!
Yeah, exactly.
That's awful.
That's what I've read. I mean, obviously, and
on the internet.
No, I don't know. No,
in the Sun newspaper.
But in books and that. But also, I've read a book about him, actually, The Life and Lies of Jimmy Savile. He always wanted to get the police on his side. So he was very manipulating, because he used to have he lived in Yorkshire, Scarborough in Yorkshire, and he used to have what he called the Friday Club. So he would invite a lot of policemen to his house, so they'd come, and they would have a drink. They were his friends. Right. So any complaints that he got, he'd say, look at this, I've got and don't worry, Jim, I'll take care of it. So
Jim, I'll fix it instead of Jim will fix it.
This was,
and they brushed it under the carpet.
Yeah, they did, and then and you can there was we'd have to sit here for 2 hours, because there was a school that he went to, and it was for like kind of wayward teenagers, as they might have called them in those.
Like a Borstal type thing.
Yeah, girls who were. And he used to take 3 or 4 of them out in his big Rolls Royce and promise them everything. Well, they'd do anything, wouldn't they, to meet the pop stars, and that's what he used to tell them. Oh, well, I can get you to see the Rolling Stones, and, and he was, they'd do anything for him because of that.
Because he knew everybody.
Yeah, well, that's right. And
even met the Queen and everybody.
Yeah, well, he fooled I always say he fooled everyone from Elvis and the Beatles to the Queen and the Pope.
I think you liked him at the beginning because he had long hair.
Well,
You have a soft spot for long hair. Bernard, Keith Urban. Cliff Richard never had long hair.
oh,
Cliff Richard.
It was quite long. It was,
Ah.
not like, he's always had.
So what else about Jimmy Savile?
And,
what other
yeah.
gossip? Not gossip. What other facts do you know?
So, yeah, well, and then over the years, apparently, he has been questioned by the police. But you see, the people that he was abusing, children actually, he was abusing. If they said anything, they just thought, well, no one's going to believe me. And if they did say anything, it was kind of, oh, well, that's just Jimmy Savile. People at Top of the Pops, which was the programme on TV, they complained about him. And
He
said,
presented this as well, didn't he? He presented Top of the Pops as well.
He
Yeah.
was the very first one to present it,
really?
you see, yeah.
Ah.
So it was like, oh, well, I'm the big I am sort of thing. So, excuse me, so he was just... the children thought, well, he won't believe me. No, I won't be believed, and that was just the trouble. And when people did start coming forward, there wasn't enough people, so they went to the police. The police were going to do something, but then they thought, no, we can't. It's such a big star, and it could just be like one word against another. Then
But there are many other people to came out as well.
Well, it was after the TV programme. That was the trouble. It was after he died. So after he died, there was a TV programme coming because people had been like behind the scenes, kind of looking at him and knowing what he was like. The thing was, everyone knew what he was like, but nobody. But
nobody
because
would
of his
say
status,
it because of his status
Yeah.
and who he was.
Yeah, nobody.
In fact, on Netflix is a good documentary. So
Yeah.
for the listeners, if it's still on Netflix in different countries, different things are on.
Yeah.
Go and check it out, and you can find out all the information that Pat just told you.
Yeah, and there's a book.
There's a book as well.
Yeah, well, this book is called The Life and Lives of Jimmy Savile. I can't.
Go and get it on Amazon. We don't get commission, don't worry.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
So with that wonderful story, happy Easter.
You need to activate your sexy. Activate your sexy. Silk and smooth and snap. Silk and smooth and snap. Now lean with it. Lean. Throw a little sheen in it. Sheen. Say bat, bat, bat. Dishes back. Just a bit of adverts.
Do you have Instagram? Everybody has Instagram these days. Go and follow all our accounts. Kris Hagan Media, Cirque Magazine, Kris Hagan Language Institute, and if you're interested in what I'm getting up to on a daily basis, The Real Kris Hagan. Also TikTok, Kris Hagan Official. Your daily dose of English is in your hands.
For Johnson, baby, please turn on the property pin for me. Let's pop some con and talk about ways. For Johnson, baby, your princess now replaced our queen.
Fern's back. Hello, Fern.
Hello.
Hello. So, on a serious note, I've done the myths about the dog and about the person who was frozen and then she didn't want to get married and blah, blah, blah. The usual, all the happy endings in Wales. Okay, another happy ending. Do you think Wales will ever be an independent country?
I think they could do. It could happen. I mean, not anytime soon, because in Scotland, there's more of a campaign to become independent. I mean, they've already had a referendum on it, and they're trying to get another one. Whereas in Wales, there are people that want to be independent, but I don't think it'll happen soon. But I think they could do it. A lot of the arguments against it is that Wales is a very small country. It doesn't have a lot of money. But I mean, there's lots of very tiny countries. If you look at countries in Europe, there's lots of smaller, poorer places than Wales, and they do okay.
Yeah, they manage to survive, yeah. So you think in the future it's a possibility, but not anytime soon?
I think it's a possibility. Well, I think ever since the B word, Brexit, there was a lot more feeling to become independent.
What's your opinion of Brexit?
I think it was a bad idea.
Okay, good.
Yes.
And can continue? There you go, just to get a little
bad
bit
idea.
in.
I think, did I write? I think I wrote a
You
column
did
for you
in the
about it.
magazine,
Yes, all about how I thought it was a
Yeah.
terrible idea.
Yeah. And so you think since Brexit, what with Wales? Come.
Since Brexit, I think people feel less of a British identity and they don't want to be associated with England as much, basically.
And do you feel British?
To some extent, I think I feel more Welsh than British.
Well, how does it feel different?
I think because
Welsh is more of a distinct identity, you know, it has its own history. And I think because Wales was conquered by the British people and taken over, there's a feeling of, it should be able to stand out on its own 2 feet and get away from the people that took it over.
So you never say you're British, you always say you're Welsh?
Maybe if to someone abroad I would say it, but I would always say I'm
where's
Welsh.
Wales?
Yeah, that's
Welsh?
the only
What's
thing.
Welsh?
Yeah.
What's Welsh?
Or I'd say I'm from Britain or from the UK rather than say I was British.
It's easier.
Yeah.
In fact, when people call Scottish people, we have some of our teachers are Scottish, and when they call them English, they get really offended.
Yeah.
But it's the same. It's not the same.
No, not at
Definitely
all.
not the same. And so you don't feel British then? Really?
No.
No. Okay, so a question then. In the Welsh language, can you tell us a really funny word or a funny way to say something? This is a question from Alessia.
So a good one. I think this is the most famous one. If you know a Welsh word, it'll be this one, and that's popty ping.
My favourite word.
Yes, microwave. And it makes a lot of sense because popty is the word for an oven or a bakery, and ping is the sound a microwave makes. So it's just the ping oven.
So it's nice, poppity ping.
It is. It's nice. It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, maybe don't use it when you're speaking English because most English people won't know what it means.
No.
No, but if you're speaking to a Welsh person, you can say it. So ask them first if they're Welsh. Any other words you can think of that you like?
Another good one is moron, which is carrot. So you
like
can
this.
just call someone a carrot.
You carrot. and they'll think, maybe you think that they're ginger. They won't think that you're actually calling them a moron. Because a moron in English is what? Well, moron is an English word. The definition is?
Stupid person.
A stupid person, yeah. So if you call someone a carrot, you're secretly calling them a moron.
Yeah, exactly.
Without them realising. And what's a moron in Welsh? You've no idea.
Oh, tup.
Carrot. Tup.
Tup's in, yeah.
Tup.
Tup is stupid.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
tup is ram in Lancashire dialect.
Oh, is it really?
Lancashire, Yorkshire, yeah. Ramsbottom,
Yeah.
which is a place with tup's arse,
Ah,
is ram.
there you go.
Yeah.
Tup.
So all these languages we're teaching you in this episode here. Oh, good. Okay, fine. Thank you very much. And if you think of anything else next time, you can tell us.
I will do. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Your princess now replaced our queen.
Tickety-boo.
Her name is Debbie, posh British lady. She loves Italian lifestyle more than her tea.
So Debbie is back and she's already practicing here. So like I said in the last time that we spoke to Debbie, she's here with a quiz that she invented herself. This quiz has never been done before. It's called Name That Tune.
You're so lying.
In every country we've had this thing. In Italy it's called Sarabanda. There was one with Enrico Papi.
I remember
Papi or
growing up
Papi or
listening to
one
Name
P
That
or two.
Tune.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be a
And
TV
are you
show in
good at
the
it?
70s. Yeah, I was.
So if I did
Yeah.
it, you'd be able to guess. So in one note,
Yeah.
what was that?
Don't You Want Me, Baby?
Exactly. My
Yeah.
God, you're brilliant. Okay, so Debbie's going to try and quiz me and also all our listeners. So she's got a song in her mind. Now, we're not going to make you sing it because
No, and we're
we
not
don't
doing
want
it
people
that
to
way.
crash the
You know,
car.
we're not
or...
doing it note by note.
No. So you're going to... Okay,
I'll just
you
hum
tell me
it.
what to do. Come.
You ready?
So what am I getting? For, like 1, 2 notes?
Oh.
All of it? What am I getting?
All of it.
All of it, okay.
I'm feeling generous. Right, this is first one. I think I'm just getting 2 songs muddled up, though. Could that be like an extra twist on it?
It's a mashup. It's a mashup between Thriller and Billie
If you
Jean.
can get the 2, then you get extra points.
Go on. I've not got a clue. You start again? But without giving me the answer, give me a clue. Is it a male singer or a female
it's-
singer?
Everybody is related to the guy who danced to this in 7 Degrees of Separation or more, or less.
Michael Jackson.
No. There was a thing going around a few years ago that everybody is related to this one particular actor. You can be linked to him in 7 steps or less.
Really?
Yeah.
You're full of all this useless
information. Yeah. Kevin Bacon. You never heard the thing
Kevin
about
Bacon? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
sing the song again then. I'll probably guess what it is now,
I've got-
especially because
yeah.
we're going to a prom
Yeah,
tonight.
exactly.
Okay, go on. But is this the verse or the chorus? Is this the verse or the chorus?
Chorus.
Have you had your medication? Well, Footloose.
Yes, but I think I started off doing Faith by George Michael.
By Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Footloose. But you were doing the
Obviously.
verse, obviously.
I was doing the whole thing.
Okay.
I think.
I only know the chorus.
Oh,
Okay. So did any of you out there get Footloose correct? If you did, let
Sure
us
they
know.
all did.
So we'll speak to you in the next quiz with Debbie. Bye.
Bish, bash, bosh. Well done, Debbie. Ding dong.
We wish you happy Easter.
Sounds a bit more like a witch, that really, for Halloween. But anyway, happy Easter, and we'll see you all next week. Well, you'll hear us next. We won't see you. We'll see each other, and you'll hear us.
Bye.
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock, shining all his English tips. Kris
Is an anagram of risk.
Kris.